everyone. Welcome to Live Joyful Every Day. This is Betty Nkata, and today we are continuing with our series on life lessons from leadership. And today I want to share about a lesson I've learned on seasons. I've learned that life is a series of patterns and seasons. And you need to discern those seasons and know where you are at whatever point and make the most of that season. Because then you will not be trying to fit into a certain season which has already passed. Though God is merciful, sometimes He gives us a chance to go back to make up for that season, but still it will be more work than you could have done. So today I want to just share about seasons because I've come to realize that it's really important, especially now when I'm reaching a certain age. For instance, I look at myself and I'm thinking, probably I should have saved much more money in my earlier years than I have saved to prepare for my retirement. Because it really dawned on me when I saw some elderly people, and I keep seeing them. You see someone is struggling in their retirement, and they worked so hard, and they really worked so hard during their youthful years, in their 30s, in their 20s, in their 40s. They worked very hard, and they had good jobs, they made money, but for some reason there was something that was not aligned in that season. So they find themselves in retirement, and they're in a fix. You cannot even afford the basics, and the children you are counting on to take care of you also have their issues they are dealing with. And it is really, I could use the word tight, like people like to use nowadays. It is really tight, and you cannot blame the children because long ago our parents, their children were security. You would have as many children as you wanted because there was security. They would help you with labor, probably on your farms, and they would bring in the income and take care of you in your old age. But now things have changed so much. You find the world has really changed. Things are very fast. If you're not careful, as an elderly person, you might find yourself alone. Actually, in the Western society, it is really that bad. They take their parents even to nursing homes, to homes of the elderly, to be taken care of. But in Africa we still have some kind of support system within the family. But even then, why am I bringing that? Because that means we need to really now prepare intentionally for our retirement, for our old age. I know we are not God to know everything that's going to happen, but at least when we are prepared to some extent, it is less painful and it is easier to manage. So seasons, it is very important to discern the season you're in. Because if this is a season when I am single, probably I'm not yet married, I do not have the responsibility of children or to a wife or a husband, it is a time when I have energy. It is a good time to make the most of it, develop yourself, do those courses you always wanted to do, save that money, and build those networks and relationships that will help you later in life. Because then as you do that, you're building on, you're securing, like they say, securing the future. There are people who had a slogan, securing the future. So seasons are very important. And sometimes there's also a deception when you're younger and you have a lot of energy to think that is forever. So many times I see when we are young, we tend to live like it is forever. That season is not going to end. But the reality of life is that even that youthful season will end. So you have to bear that in mind, even as you live and make use of that season. Prepare for the other season also. And there's a story in the Bible that Yeah, I know many people talk about it when they are talking about seasons and different things. The dream that, if you've read in Genesis, the dream that Pharaoh had about cows that were slim, and then 7 cows that were slim, and then other cows that were fat, and then the slim ones came and ate up the fat ones. That dream he had, and Joseph interpreted it, that there will be famine in Egypt for some time, for 7 years, if I remember right, for 7 years. And in that time, before the famine, there will be years of plenty. So they needed to, the wisdom the Lord was giving them, what they needed to save up food in order to prepare for the other season of lack. You see, So that is what they did. Pharaoh put Joseph in charge, was the prime minister of Egypt. So he put him in charge, and he saved food, and so that during the famine they were catered for. Even people came from, even Joseph's relatives, his brothers, came to look for food in Egypt because they had planned. So why am I bringing that story? I mean, it also speaks to our lives. There will be seasons of plenty in your life, and during those seasons of plenty, we need to also prepare for the seasons of scarcity. Because right now I might be having this job and I'm earning even 10 million a month, and I'm thinking it is going to be there forever. I'm taking all these loans, I'm doing all these things, but the truth is anything can happen. I mean, we saw recently when the president of the United States just woke up one morning and said, I don't know whether he had thought about it for some months or years, I don't know. But it looked like he just woke up one morning and said, now I no longer want this agency to operate. And he shut down everything, and people lost jobs all over the world, and many were not prepared. Some even had taken out like very big loans, huge loans. Yeah, so I think in life we need to prepare. We need to be mindful of the seasons, even when we are in plenty. Be careful that you prepare for the seasons of scarcity, because the reality is the seasons of scarcity will come. So that is on the financial side. Even on the side of energy, of health. When you're younger, enjoy your life. Yeah, that is a season. Enjoy your life. Meet new people, adventure, travel if you can. Do all sorts of things. But remember to take care of yourselves. Take care of your health. Try to eat well. Take care of yourself. Sleep. And these days we don't even sleep wherever. We are trying to work. We are trying to be on social media, watch this, do the other. But take care of yourself. Sleep. Because your older self will thank your younger self later when you're healthy as an older person. Yeah, because right now we have so many people struggling with lifestyle diseases. Even in the 30s and 40s, people have high blood pressure. People are suffering with all sorts of diseases which normally younger people wouldn't suffer from. Yeah, so we need to understand our seasons and be mindful. Even spiritually, there are seasons where there is a grace to pray. You can even pray through the night. You can read I don't know how many chapters of the Bible without struggle. But there will be also seasons where you cannot even read, even have a quarter of a chapter, or even pray for 10 minutes. But why is that so? I think also it is a way of the Lord telling us that, you know what? Life is about seasons. So when there is an opportunity, there is a grace for something, do it, because it is like you're storing up something, you're saving up in your bank account for the future. Even the prayers you're praying, that time when you have a lot of grace, pray, because you'll reach a time probably you will not even be able to pray. Maybe you're busy with children, babies, they are crying for you the whole night, you're changing diapers, or you have to nurse a sick parent, or many things. So understand the season you're in. It is important to understand the season you're in so that you can align and be more prepared for each season. When you're younger, you have energy, you have time, use it. Prepare for the other season which is coming, so that you're not going to struggle too much. You will be aligned to what is happening. Yeah, because the Bible also says, I think this is connected to seasons. There's a scripture, 1 Corinthians 13:11, which says, when I was a child, I used to talk as a child, think as a child, reason as a child. When I became a man, I put aside childish things. Yeah, so for me, that tells me, even our seasons, there's a time it is okay to be childish. If I'm in my 20s or in my teens or what, it is okay. There are certain mistakes I can make and they will not cost me, because I'm a child. I'm still behaving like a child. But when you reach your 40s or 50s, there are certain mistakes which will become very expensive. Certain things will be too expensive for you to make. Yeah, so I want to just encourage you, encourage myself also. Yeah, because even me as a person, I realize there are things I should have done in my 20s, in my 30s, but I did not do them. And now, in my 40s, I am trying to catch up. And that means I have to do more work to catch up. You see, because even when you talk about finances, if I was supposed to have started saving in my 20s, and I've now started in my 30s or 40s, that means I have to save much, much, much more for me to be comfortable in my retirement and not to be bothering other people, even my children, because they will have, probably the world will even be worse in the years to come, and they'll have many things to sort out. Yeah, so we need to discern our seasons and align with them and make the most of them. When you're young, behave like a young person. Do the things you're supposed to do, but don't forget to prepare for the other season. Because also when you don't do the things of young people, when you become older, you want to do things of young people and the season has passed and you look kind of misplaced. Yeah, so it's important to understand our seasons and work within them. And I think then your life will become more productive, will become more quality life and richer. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I pray that we'll all understand the seasons we are in and work within them. Yeah, and before I end, something is coming to me. Like single people, many times I see people who are not yet married. Some of them are on pressure. Like they put themselves on so much pressure. I need to get married. Maybe so-and-so is wedding this weekend. All their friends are getting married. And they also put themselves on pressure. Like, I need to get married. But no. One thing I realize about life is everybody has their season. Okay, yeah, maybe you've reached the age of marrying and everybody around you seems to be getting married. But you as a person, that might not be your time. So relax, understand your season, make the most of the other things, and wait for your time. If that is anyway what even the Lord wants you to do. Some people are not even called to marriage. So yeah, enjoy your seasons. Know them and enjoy them. Thank you for watching, and see you next time for another episode. As you like, share, comment, and continue to subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.